And as for giving, thank you. Firstly, thank you very much. Firstly, thank for giving me opportunity to talk with you and tell about you to my audience.
No, no, thank you, my friend. I'm happy to be here. I was watching some of your videos, and it's great that you have the time and the opportunity to talk with people from all over the world. So it's incredible. I'm also a podcaster. I'm focused on my people from Venezuela, but you're like all over the world. So that's great. So I'm so happy to be part of this.
So yeah, I came to know that you are a podcaster, you are a writer, and I understood that you are a registered nurse. And I've
Yeah,
gone through your website. I saw what happened before 27 years, 23 years,
yeah,
so
yeah.
7 years. So I thought, that was a new story for me. It was a completely a new story for me. A person who lives in India, a particular part of the world, knowing other person who is living in other part of the world, achieving
Yeah.
something, learning something, and made things possible. So I really got impressed, and I thought to tell your story to my audience so that it will inspire. At the same time, they will know the work that you're doing. They can see you, and like you said, they can hear your podcast, the topics that you say.
Great.
So
Yeah. So I think that we should start just from the very beginning. And for me in New York right now, it's only like 5:30 p.m. and for you in India, it's like 3, 4 a.m. No, sorry about that. So thank you for taking the time because it's really late for you, but I know that you're doing it with passion, so it's good. So well, I'm Doug. I live in New York, but I'm originally from Venezuela. So as you say, I'm a nurse, but I became a nurse in the States because I'm a foreign trained doctor. So I went to the medical school and I graduated from medical school and I'm also a surgeon back in my country in Venezuela. But then after I moved here, I just decided to do nursing, and now I work in the operating room as a OR nurse. So kind of like the same as I was doing back in Venezuela as a doctor, but now as a nurse. During the pandemic, so in last year, I just decided to start my podcast that is about immigration. So it's in Spanish. It's called Successful Immigrants. And like you, I just interview people from Latin America so that they speak Spanish, but they live here in the States or they live like in Spain and other countries, and they are successful in their fields. So I just interview them and just bring their stories so people can learn from their mistakes and actually and also learn from how they did it. So that's why I normally do like every day. Oh, and I also want to say that this is like my first interview in English. So other like first and yeah, first things for me today. So it's good.
awesome. So you're from
Venezuela. That's in South America.
South America. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understood. So how you are able to do this multiple works?
So what I normally do, I think that's a good question, and I try to manage my time correctly, I would say. So I have like my regular job at the hospital every morning until like around this time, and then once I get home, so I just take care of all my podcast, my newsletter that is I write like every Sunday. It's also in Spanish. Like most of my content is in Spanish, for my Hispanic population here in the States. And I also help my husband with his business. He has like a ceramic business, so I do everything. Once I finish my main job at the hospital, once I get home, I'll take care of everything else. That's what I normally do. So I would say that I work from like 6 a.m. in the morning until like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. approximately. Yeah. And in New York, so you always have to keep moving and move fast. And that's what I do every day.
That's amazing, man. You are working more than 12 hours.
I mean, at the hospital is only like 8 hours, but then it doesn't feel like it's like I'm working because I really enjoy what I'm doing. Because I don't know, I feel like since I was little, my grandpa he always took me with him to his job. He was like a not an engineer, but he used to like build stuff. Like if something was broken, he will put everything back together, and that's what we do in surgery, and that's what I used to do as a surgeon in Venezuela. But now that I'm doing it as a nurse and I'm back in the OR, so it's like it doesn't feel like a job for me. So and then when
Okay.
I'm doing the podcast or doing interviews like this one, it's like the same thing. It doesn't feel like a job for me. So I can be here in the computer like for 2 3 hours and I would notice that I'm working or doing something. And I feel like that's the, I would say, like what you need in order for you to keep doing it like every day without you getting tired or burn out. That's what I
So
would say.
it's a part of life.
Yeah, yeah, it's part of life. Yeah. Like Saturdays,
So
I will do it. Sundays, I will do it. So it doesn't matter. And I'm
so what
always with
is
my family. So it's like we're all in this together.
okay, your family is also connected with your profession.
No, with my profession as a nurse, but yes, with the podcast and with the other stuff that I do. Yes, they're involved a lot.
So you said your podcast is about for the immigrants who are entering to South America,
Yeah, South America
especially
and Europe.
Europe.
Yeah, but mostly for immigrants that they live here in the United States or they want to move to the United States. So what I do is like, let's say I don't know, my last interview was about psychologist. She's the founder of like she built this gigantic um, network of psychologists that they're helping other immigrants from Venezuela and from Latin America and how to deal with all these immigration issues on their feelings and everything. So what I do is like bring all this um, like these people together and we have a conversation about how they have, like in this case, how she built this network and how she helping and involved with all this immigration that is happening in Latin America and with people that is coming that they want to come here to the States. And once they're here, like how to deal with all these feelings and how to overcome like I don't know that they're far from their family and stuff like that. So I try to use to bring all these stories because I know that there's a lot of people that they want to do the same thing, or if they don't know, I don't know that they can get um, like mental health consultations or whatever for free. Now they know that they can have it just because I had this interview with this psychologist. And I also what I do is I do it a lot because of networking because it's not the same when you tell people like, hey, let's just talk about what you're doing instead of you telling people, oh, let's do it just because I have a podcast and I will share what you know with other people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's what I do, and that's why I started doing it, and I think that I will just keep doing it for like I don't know. I'm on like my 70th episode, and I will definitely keep doing it.
So all 17 people are psychologists.
No. That was just an example. That was the last one. I have entrepreneurs. I have doctors. I have nurses. I have what else? Engineers. I have psychiatrists. I have like people like from different backgrounds. The only thing that let's say that I need is that they need to be immigrants and they need to um, be successful and are good in what they're doing and helping other people. I feel like those are my two main, um, I would say, characteristics of what I need from when I'm going to interview one person.
So what kind of information you are providing with these interviews?
So the information that I will provide is first their personal story and then what they're doing and how they got to where they are right now. The last thing is, what are they thinking and doing for like their own future and how they can help other people while doing it, and while they're doing their own building their own future, and always try to like keep in contact with them, and like um, I like every time now and then I'll just like, hey, how is your business doing, or how is the like the network that I just mentioned from the psychologist doing right now? How can I help you? How can we like, how can you like, how was everything after your our interview? And like, you got more people, you got to help more people, and stuff like that. I try to always keep in contact with them, because I feel like that's the only way for you to like obviously keep like that connection that I built, and also keep in contact with them in case someone else asks me, hey, how can I contact this person that you had in the podcast, and stuff like that.
So, so you help them to immigrate to South America. So what kind of the general things that everybody who enters into South America faces, the general things. They can be from medical field or engineers or doctor or any other fields. The general.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they can be from like any field. So what I try to focus is on, when I moved here, I didn't have like all this information about how to do things. And to be honest, I like to, before I do something, I like to do a lot of research before I do like take one step. So I try to learn a lot about, I don't know, whatever I'm doing. I try to learn a lot. And I noticed that there was like a pattern, when you do something and you do some research, you're able to help other people with that research that you did, and then you can provide that information to these people and help them like to get from point A to point B, then point C or whatever. And I will be probably in point, I don't know, X. So if I went through that and I'll give you that information, it will be easier for you to go from point A to point X, where I am right now. And that doesn't mean that you need to follow like the same path that I did, but at least you have some tools. And if I don't know something, so I'll bring someone else and ask this person, hey, how can we help this person that is trying to come to the States or is already here, but this person doesn't know how to do whatever that he wants to do to be more successful, to make more money or whatever. So
Okay.
that's like my main thing with the podcast and with everything that I do.
So what do your audience will say? How much they can understand from your podcast? Because it's good. You're bringing too many people who are they immigrants or they have idea or they have information. You are an immigrant. You came from another country, right? You are living in South
Mhm,
America, and
mhm.
you know what exactly works uh, because you are living in South America for some time. So you are giving information. So the people who are into your show are they immigrants, and what kind of response that you're getting for your podcast?
So the response that I'm getting is like a lot of like obviously people saying like, hey, thank you for this information. I didn't know that you can do this. I didn't know that these people existed. I didn't know that this business existed, or I didn't know that um, I was able to do it in this way. And I feel like, and the the response that I really like from the people that reach, or like yeah, that reach me through the podcast is that they, their lives or whatever they were trying to do, it was easier just because of that information. And that's why, that's like the main, um I would say, one of the things that I really like about what I do, like that I make some a little bit easier the life of some people, and some immigrants, and I know I noticed that when you're on the other side and you look back, it's easy for you to like give them a hand and say like, hey, come on, you can do it because I'm in this side too, and you can do it. And then of me living here in New York is like you have people from India, from Bangladesh, from I don't know, Colombia, Chile, from all over the world. So you don't feel alone, and you feel like, okay, if I'm here, and then you tell me next week that you're here in New York, I'll be like, okay, welcome to New York. This is what I did. So maybe you can do like some of the things that I did, and you you're gonna be good.
So
So
coming to your full-time job, so you're into medical field. I'm sure you might have seen a lot of human beings with having different kind of mental and physical illness, and you fixed it. So how
mhm.
was that experience?
Well, that experience right now is great because that's the reason why I decided to go into surgery, because I feel like that's one of the specialties where I mean, the patient comes in with your hands, you fix whatever you have to fix, and then the patient can go home better than I was before. But and what is different from surgery and the other specialty is that you're able to see with your eyes and do with your hands what you have to do in order to like help this patient. So that's what I really like, and I noticed that like there's a lot of, I mean, I'm in New York. I work in one of the oldest hospitals systems in the United States. So you're able to see like a lot of like new things and things that I used to see when I was in Venezuela. Like I don't know, like one innovation that I used to read in the books. Now I'm doing it right now in like in my work when I'm at the hospital. So like it's not that I want to sound like I'm one of the best, but at least I'm working in one of the best hospitals in New York. So it's good to have that experience and to be able to be part of something like this because um I can I can like through my experience and through what I'm doing let again let other people know, let other immigrants know that man you also can be here and this is happening and this is true and you also can do it, like living by example or something like that.
So what do you understood about human body? Uh, the structure, everything. What do you think? Who the creator who created you and me, these this mankind with this kind of attributes, features, functionalities, uh, having this kind of a shape. And what do you think? Do you think, I'm an IT guy, I'm a software engineer. So
uh,
the people who are working on AI, artificial intelligence, we are trying to create a artificially
New
intelligent.
brain and new
Yeah.
uh,
So you are the person who is into completely the God created thing, the body, the pure thing.
I mean, is that kind of like about like God or something superior?
I mean, yeah, something, some invisible force
Mm,
who created everything.
no, I mean, I would say that there is something,
Yeah,
maybe,
something.
I'm not sure if it's there or down or on the side, I don't know. Um, but I'm a scientist guy, so something happened at some point, and and that's the reason why we're here today. And we are working on destroying our planet, and I don't
Yeah.
know if we're gonna be here tomorrow and it's gonna be our fault. But no, I don't think I don't think that we're here just because something appeared and created us.
So
It's more
why this this shape and all? Why like this?
as
Why not
as
some?
humans.
Yeah, as a humans, why this shape and structure?
Wow. I mean, I would say something like hmm, I don't know. I think I need to think this question like more deep, because something, I mean, probably like just biology and how we like ourselves became on what we are right now, but I'm not like 100% like, I don't know why. Yeah, to be honest, to be honest. But we're
So,
here, so yeah, what we have to do is just to take care of ourselves, take care of our body, and the world that we are in. Because if not, I don't know if we will be here tomorrow.
awesome. So, you're giving information, right? So you're telling people, the real things that you have experienced, or the people who are coming to your show, what they have experienced. So
Mhm.
what kind of, the common things that usually people face?
The common things that people usually face. So there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of like bureaucracy, um, a lot of people think that because I'm gonna talk about here in like in the States, they think that because it's the States, they think that everything is correct and everything is uh, like the top and everything is good, and it's not like that. It's like it's similar to where you live, but maybe different rules, and you just need to follow the rules. And if you keep doing it like in a good way, and if you help other people in the way you're able to get whatever you want. And that's my experience so far. I always say that yeah, this is probably the land of the opportunities and everything, and but you have to like work and grind like every day to get what you want. And I noticed that pattern of the people that I interview in the podcast, that they work hard, they work smart, and they show every day. Like, okay, if I want this, if I want to build this, I don't know, big business, or if I want to become a doctor, a surgeon. I had interview a female doctor from Venezuela, and her dream was to become a surgeon, and she's right now. I feel like I think that is on her 4 year out of five. So like one more year, and she's gonna be a surgeon here in the States. And that was the pattern. So what she had to do is like go to the library and study a lot. And the business guy, he was just working like every day, like 12 hours, and working in his business. And now it's like a huge marketplace for people in Venezuela. And now he's going into like coins, and he has his own coin and a wallet and everything. So that's the pattern that I noticed. And it was the same thing for the psychologist. She was just sending emails and contacting people and trying to and do some like networking with all these psychologists and psychiatrists from Latin America, just to build this network. So I feel like that's what you have to do. Just like keep working and try to follow like some steps, and you will be successful and you will be able to make it. And always, and I always say that that's the experience that I have so far. So that yeah, that's what you have to do. There's like no short pathway. There's no cuts that you can take. You just have to work and hard and smart too. Not only work, because I noticed that there's a lot of like immigrants that they work hard and they know how to do like a lot of things, and they build this like buildings and everything, but they don't work smart, and that's not how it works. If not, you will be always be doing the same thing. So,
So tell me about the transformation, registered nurse to entrepreneur.
of me, myself.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I feel like I've always been doing. I always been like since I was very like little. I always been like uh, I wouldn't say like an entrepreneur because I feel like everybody's like using this word um like I don't know, easy. I'm more like a scientist and a nurse and academic probably. But I'll be always like trying to do like side jobs and make money out of my regular job and I've been doing this since I don't know since I was like 12 years old when I wanted to buy my first MP3 and then my iPod and everything else because I knew that you always need something else and you can put all your eggs in like one basket. So the most of the things that I do outside of my like regular job is just to resell things. I'm probably what I'm gonna do on my next step is to go into like Amazon and start to doing it um, like more serious and like an actual business because I've just been doing it like outside of like a formal thing and not like because I don't want to sound like I'm doing like bad things, but just reselling it without like making like a lot of money. But now I just want to do it like a actual like job and this and the podcast is gonna be like my main focus of what I'm gonna do in the future. And I also help my, as I mentioned before, my husband. He's like a ceramic business, and we work together in that business too. So there's like a lot of things like going on, but those are like the main things that I like to do.
so
And I feel
how,
like you always need to do something like something else besides you're an IT guy, so
yeah,
you're probably doing something else just to make
yeah,
not just to make money, but something that you enjoy.
correct. That's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, I know. And I'm listening to this. I used to read books, but now I'm more like an audiobook guy, and I'm listening to this audiobook from MJ DeMarco. It's called Unscripted, and the what I was listening today, it was something about that. Yeah, you can follow your passion, but if your passion doesn't give you money, you have to quit and do what people need and give them what they need in exchange for money. And in this book, he's so like straight. Like if you want to make money, go in the market, see what people is needing, and then offer that to them, and in order for you to get money. And I feel like the way how he says is like more like really straightforward and like almost like quit whatever you're doing if you're making money and go check the market and make money. But I feel like that's the right way to do things too. It's not like sugar cutting, I think is how they say it. It's not about that. It's like you go and have to do the job and work hard and smart.
So after reading that book, you connected with it, and uh, it seems like you are the same person. Maybe that is one of the reasons why you wanted to become an entrepreneur. Know what they need, what they
Mm-hmm.
require, doing something that they need, other than what
Mm-hmm.
you are doing, what for your self.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's been like a long journey for me. My mom, she's just like a 9 to 5 job. Like she stopped working like about 2 years ago after being working her entire life. So I'm not from a family of entrepreneurs or something like that. So I've been learning everything by myself and trying to teach that to the people that consume like my audience, how you say it. Because I feel like Yes, you can do it, and I try to lead by the example. And if I can do it as a nurse and working full time, you can do it too, right? So that's and I also feel like I've been learning from these books for a long time, for like 3 4 years. So now, like probably yeah, starting like this year is when I started like putting or applying everything that I learned all these years, listening and reading all these books. Because if you don't put in practice what you read and what you learn, it's like you're just wasting your time and thinking that you're learning something, or you're an entrepreneur just because you're reading these books. And I feel like some only like a um few books are really like can change like your life. Like I can mention one. This one called Rich Dad Poor Dad from Rory Kiyosaki. I don't know if you read that book
No.
before, but that book, it was one of the books that changed the way how I was thinking about money and about being an employee and about businesses, about investments, and it's like a classic book about um, entrepreneurship and about how to make money and investments and businesses. But I feel like if you really understand what he says in the book, it's going to change your life forever and in a good way, I would say. So check it out.
So how your the experience as a person who works in medical field is helping you in becoming a person who gives what people needs, right? Which is called as entrepreneur. How that previous experience, I mean your full-time experience, is helping you to give what people need as an entrepreneur.
Okay, so um, I feel like what helped me in or what I took from the medical field as a doctor, as a nurse, and is that you need to be disciplined and you need to listen to what people need in order for you to give them what they need. So I learned that and during my residency and when I was in med school, and that's what I've been trying to apply in or in our ceramic business and in the podcast. So I'm not gonna say that I'm like the best businessman because I am not. I keep learning and I feel like this is something that is taking like a lot of time and a lot of um me doing it, trying it, and then waiting for uh, like the response and then trying to always like change things, but always like trying to keep like in the same path and listening to what they want, but not in a way that I'm like changing what I'm doing like every time. I don't know if that makes sense,
Okay.
but it's what I've been trying to do. And I'm always trying to like bring my personality that I'm really like I like to listen to people. I would say that I like to talk to people and get to know people better and in a deep way. And that's what I've been trying to bring from the medical field to the business or to my business side in order for me to like get more customers and to like sell more and to bring more people to the podcast and to everything.
So I'm sure more than me, you will understand the. I mean, you will be more sensible. You know how to connect with the person, and you will be a good listener because I'm sure you're that field that caring. you're a registered nurse, which means you care. We connect with machines, computers. We try to interact with computers, but there is no emotion there.
Right
But
now, maybe in the future, but right now, yeah, there is not. Yeah,
yeah,
it's kind of like easy for me, and I feel like I learned this term that is called unfair advantage, and that's something that I have, or the one that I have as a nurse is that because I'm a foreign trained doctor, I know how to treat the patients, but they don't know that I know. So and when it's people from like Latin America that they're here and right away I like speak to them in Spanish and they're like, oh, like oh my God, like thank you because you're here. So it's like kind of in this case for me is good and it's easy to connect with them just because of that. So it's probably gonna happen like the same is gonna happen to you if you move here and then people from India come here and then you can talk to them in your language and when they see you and then and the way how you guys I don't know interact it's going to be easier for you and that's going to be like an unfair advantage for sorry a fair an unfair advantage for you if you work in an area with a lot of like Indian people here in the States. So that's what I've been doing right now. That's what I wanted to do and that's the reason why one of the reasons why I'm here in New York because there's a lot of people that they speak Spanish and it's one of the like the most requested languages in the hospital. So it's good in that case for me. And I feel like you always need to go to a place where you can shine without like a lot of effort. And you can once you know yourself and your worth and what you have to offer and you listen to yourself not only to other people but when you listen to yourself you're able to like say like okay I'm good at this I'm gonna keep doing this because people need this and yeah that's the way how I can help them and then I can help me and then I can give you like an example right now today I got this book is called Breaking Boundaries in Healthcare and I'm gonna be a medical interpreter in like 16 weeks. It's just because I noticed that in the OR we don't have like an interpreter, and legally I can like translate or between the doctors and the patient. So it's only for me 16 weeks. I'm gonna get like a raise just because I'm doing this and the hospital is paying it, and it's just because I noticed this necessity. I'm able to provide that service in this case, and in rewards, I'm gonna get like more money as in the hospital. So that's something that you as a person need to like, yeah, as I said, listen to yourself, know what you have to offer, and if you're able to like offer that, obviously it's gonna be better for you and for other people. I was thinking about other things, but yeah, I feel like that was the best example.
so I understood that you also mentioned that you are into one of the the communication medium writing. So how this happened to you and what is your motivation?
The communication, what? I didn't get that word.
One of the communication medium that you have chosen is writing. I saw you uh, saying you are a writer. Have you wrote
Oh,
any book?
okay. Oh, yeah. No, what? No. That's I always say that that's one of the goals that I have. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Maybe a memoir or something like that. I don't know. But no, what I do is like every Sunday, I write a newsletter that is called Week Recap, and everything that I learn from apps from I don't know. I share something, some of the things that happens to me during the week. Like this Sunday, I'm gonna share about hey, I'm becoming a medical interpreter and how I'm gonna do it and blah blah blah. And I also I like to share like new apps, new websites, and stuff that I find like on the internet during the week with the people that is subscribed to the newsletter. So I like to call myself like maybe a writer because I'm doing it like every week. It's the same the reason why I call myself a runner because I'm gonna run a marathon in 2 weeks. So and I learned that if you call yourself and you do the work when you're supposed to do it, you can call yourself or you can put yourself whatever title you want just because you're actually doing it. And I read in this book that is called Atomic Habits that you are one of the first or you're the first person that needs to believe in yourself. So that's the way for me to like remember that you're a writer. So keep doing it and keep working in this newsletter because you have something to share, and that's the reason why I call myself a writer. And I go and run just because I'm running this marathon, so I can call myself a runner just because of that. But yeah, no, the book, I'm gonna say that it's coming. I don't know when, I don't know about what, but yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I still have some other years to work on that.
So in this long experience, I saw you, coming from other country and settling here and trying to adapt to this world, which is completely different. You mentioned in your website that it is completely a different experience for you. So you adapted, you understood. So you're doing things, and now you're helping people, who wants to come to your place and try to adapt. It's really good that you are telling what you felt because not everybody knows, because they were not there before there. So how, you also mentioned that you're a good learner. You learn every time you uh, focus, and also you mentioned you help people in their, trying to put their mental and physical things positive. So how you work on yourself in order to make yourself perfect, in order to help others through all these mediums, through as a businessman, as a nurse, as a writer, as a person who is a communicator.
Mhm. So when I like to like the first thing that I like to do to help myself is just exercise, and that's the first thing that I always do. And the other thing is that I take a lot of care of my mental health. So I have my therapist, and I share like a lot of my thoughts with her, and I also like to like read a lot and write down my thoughts and how I feeling, so I can come back and and read it again. I can recommend an app or the app that I use that is called Day One, and every time when I am feeling like something is if it's even if it's good, because I have like one you can have like different um, it's called like workbooks or something like that in inside of the app, and like this interview I'm gonna put in that part of the book because it will remind me like, hey, and how I'm feeling right now, and about because of you, about this interview and my feelings and everything. And then when I'm down, I'll go back to this book and read everything, and that helps me like, hey, Doug, you're doing this just because of this. You're doing, or I don't know. Last week, these people text me, oh, thank you so much. I did blah blah, blah. And I'll go back like, oh, that's the reason why I'm doing this podcast. Oh, that's the reason why I'm doing nursing. That's the reason why I'm doing this. And when I'm down, I also write it down, and then it's like, oh, okay, doesn't matter since like time will go like pass, and then you're gonna feel better soon. And that's those are like the two things that I do. And then I like running just because that's one of the ways that you can meditate actively. So it depends on what type of run I'm doing, but normally when it's like a long run, 15-30 minutes or more than that, it's like 5 minutes with my headphones, like listen to music, and then the other 20 or 30 or whatever I'm doing is just me and myself, my thoughts. And then at the end of the run, I'm like, oh, okay, now do this. And then I write everything down, or that problem would go away because I found the solution in my head during the run. So those are the three things that I normally do.
So you seem, you're a good learner. You are understanding things because you're putting your mind in different platforms. So what do you think that is working for you, that worked for you in order to make things successful? You know, you are pushing yourself, you're coming out, you're expressing yourself, and also one thing, as a software developer, software engineer, it is very important for us to know the user experience of the applications that we are creating, the web applications, the mobile application. So when it comes to your field, it is very important for you to
That you
know
have your
the,
own app, so
yeah,
you have to promote your app. So now you please go on the log. Is it's I think it's say Sharan app talks,
smart
no?
cherries thoughts and
Okay,
smart
so you
cherries take
created your own app.
yes,
So
yeah.
yeah, please go and download the app. I'm gonna do it once we finish the interview. Yeah, that's
So
it.
how you are how it's very important for you to as a nurse, it is very important for you to understand the response. In your field, you have to be, it's mandatory for you to be a good listener and a
Hmm.
good communicator in order
Yep.
to make the body and the mind work in a quality way for the responder or the communicator who are communicating with you. So all this, you becoming an entrepreneur, all this, uh, becoming a writer, and now you are a podcaster trying to trying to uh, tell the information that works and that is useful for new people. So how this you are able to do this? What is your success secrets?
Well, it's the first time that I get this question, but um, I feel like my secret or my it's just because I'm really like curious, and I like to always, if I don't know how to do something, I will learn how to do it. And that allowed me to be who I am today, just because of that. So when I moved here, it was because something happened in Venezuela, and the government was against me. So I have to move to the States just because of that. And I didn't know anybody in here. So I sat down and I was like, okay, I'm here now. I don't know someone. I didn't have like a place in any other place to go. So I need to learn how things are managed in this country, and that's what I learned, and that's what I keep learning every day. And probably that's the secret that I'm sharing right now with you, and it's not a secret anymore. But probably that's what I've been doing, and that's what I've done, and it's been working for me in these past years.
So you're conscious every minute.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I take breaks, but yeah, most of the time, yes.
So you
A lot of
use
mistakes, though. Yeah, a lot. But well, we learn, and keep doing it. And that's it.
So you use your five senses effectively.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, most of the time, yes. I try to do that. Yeah, I do it. I do it a lot. Yeah, yeah. That's what I actually like. But let's talk. But you can ask me some questions in advance. I can be prepared. But then that's how I used to be, and I learned that sometimes you just have to be yourself and go with the flow and do it. And I'm glad that we did it because I think it worked out well. So thank you.
So coming to your podcast, so like you have did 17 episodes. I'm sure in the 17 episodes, all those are interviews, right?
Well, 60 approximately, there were only interviews, but then I noticed that some things that I wanted to share, it was not necessary to like with a with like a specific person. It was something that happened to me or something that I just wanted to share. So I did. So far, I've done like I think like 10 or 8 episodes, like solo episodes, where I just share my thoughts and about how to um, work as a freelancer and about how to um, something that happened with my parents and in the airport and how to prepare them and or how to prepare your family when they want to come to the States and be prepared like when they go through customs borders and blah 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 and other stuff that I just wanted to share. So I did a couple of solo episodes. So my plan now is just to do like one episode with one interviewer and then one episode just me sharing what I think and people like I don't like to like always check the the downloads and everything, but sometimes my solo episodes have like better number of downloads or it's listened to like for more people than the episodes where I have an interview. So it varies, but that's what I've been doing so far. So that's something that you can do too.
So everything is about immigration.
Yeah, it's called Successful Immigrant. So I focus on immigration, but not only in immigration as a one main thing, but it's related to that because I'm an immigrant, but also about how to deal with the system and the stuff and how everything work here in the States for people that are immigrants. So it's not only about immigration, like yeah, like as something, but it's about how to deal with all this stuff that you have to deal when you're an immigrant. But it's not only immigration. Yeah, but
For
this now that you asked me that, now this episodes that I've been doing by myself is like a soup theme, and I call it um tools for immigrants. So like you have different tools or something that work for me, and this is how I did it. So you can listen and learn from what happened to me or how I did it, and then you can actually do it that way too. So that's how I call that. But it's not about immigration. It's just tools that I'm just given to you, and then you see how you can use it.
South America, at the same time for Europe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's for immigrants that they speak Spanish and they live here in the States or in Europe, most like in Spain and Portugal, just like the main um, countries in Europe. But
So
I
it's
don't know why, but the other day I had like 1 or 2 downloads from India. So I don't know who was listening to a podcast in Spanish in India, but thank you for that.
so it's in Spanish language.
It's in Spanish, yeah. Yeah, because it's my primary language, and I feel more comfortable doing in Spanish, and because I know this population needs more help than the people that already speak English. So it's easier for me to communicate, and it's easier for me to like sorry about that, to share what I think with them, and I know that there's a bridge, uh, not a bridge, but there's like yeah, that they need more help than the people that speak English, and that's the reason why I'm doing it.
But you're speaking very good English.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. It's been a lot of me working and watching TV and listening to audiobooks in English, and if this was just I learned English in Venezuela, not officially, but in like high school. And then when I moved here, I just started like doing like a lot of work, and now I feel comfortable doing like speaking English, and you need it. I mean, to work in the healthcare field, you need it. So yeah, it's been a lot of me working on that.
So awesome. So I want you to continue doing what you're doing. You're into different things, different, not only you're into just medical field, you become a podcaster trying to give information to new people who wants to enter, who wants to know the information, how the things works in South America and Europe in Spanish language, and also you become you are a writer, you're writing a book, and also you are it seems like you are a good learner. You wants to learn every time, every day from everything that you are experiencing. I can see that in your website. So
Yeah,
I can't talk everything in this conversation. I saw how you what you experienced, how 27 years back, 23 years back, and 3 years back. So I'll put the website link of yours in the description of this video. People who find the video
great,
can
thank you.
see you and the work that you're doing. And also, if you send me your podcast link, I'll put in the description. People who find the video on YouTube can see,
Great,
can learn. My audience also will learn what you are saying and what you are experiencing, and how, and the people who are coming to your show and sharing their experiences, my audience also will know, it may be helpful for them, even some
of
few
course,
points
and
also.
they if they want to learn Spanish, they can do it because I'm always like I speak slow and try to explain things like you're 5 years old, so maybe I can help them with their Spanish.
Awesome. So I hope your quality information reaches more people, and like you have a medical background. I'm sure you'll be empathetic more, and even while doing business, I want you to become a very good businessman, and do more podcasts, more uh, do great like you're doing, become more busy.
Of course, thank you, my friend. Same for you. I'm happy to be part of this, and I feel like you're going to become like the best podcaster in Indian. Yeah, because you have people from all over the world, so it's great. It's great. Thank you so
So
much.
so what do you say as an observer, as a person who who learns, who understands mental and physical ability of people? With your experience, what do you say about my videos and my work, and your words about my work in this conversation?
And about this right now.
This conversation, at the same time, the work that you saw on my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. So what I saw is that you like to learn from other people too, and you actually is this gonna be like this part in YouTube too, or this is just for you?
This is for YouTube.
Oh, okay, for YouTube. Okay. So,
Yeah.
well, what I'm gonna say is just that you like to learn from other people a lot, and 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 you don't care about the numbers of like followers, and you're really curious, and that's something that really caught my attention when you sent me that DM, because even the content that I share in Twitter is in Spanish. but you knew that I speak English. So I was like, okay, and that actually made me like more curious because I wanted to be part of this because I know that this is gonna be big in the future because that's how people like good people is going to like, and that's how people that is going to be big start like, hey, I'm just curious and I just want to learn from you and I just want to talk to you and get to know you more, and that's what you been doing, and I feel like that's awesome. And it's people from I saw it, like there was like an Ecuadorian girl that she lived in London. Um, what else? I mean, people from here, the States. So it's like it's awesome. Me being the first Venezuelan is more awesome than because now we Venezuelans are all over the world because of what is happening there. So it's good. It's good to be part of this in the very beginning. Now know it's gonna be awesome. Good luck for you.
Thank you very much. So, what do you say to the people who are watching us and listening to us to this conversation from different parts of the world? They are into different professions. Not only a particular particular kind of people who are following and watching and listening to me. There are different kind of people. So, what do you say as a human being, to them at the same time about your work? Anything that you want to express through my medium?
Yeah, so I would say that well, you have to always listen to yourself and be mindful of what you do and how you treat others because, as I mentioned before, I don't know if there is something in there watching us or that created us, but everything that you do is going to have a consequence. So always be mindful of that and try always to help people because when you help others, you help yourself. And probably that will sound um, like selfish, but it's not because if you go and read some books and study some like successful people um, in religion, in well religion no, but in business and how they do things and how they help to build the world that we live in today, it's just because they are successful because they help other people or they offer a solution to different needs. So that's I feel like that's the way how we have to live and try to help others to help ourselves.
So thank you very much, Rangaj, for giving me opportunity to talk with you at the same time to ask you, allowing me to ask you a few questions. I'm sure in coming days, your contribution is going to benefit, is going to be useful for large number of people, uh, and your effective communication skills, your experience. You do a lot of research while telling something, so I'm sure your contribution helps a lot of people on this planet.
Thank you so much, my friend. Same for you. Thank you so much.
Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Of course, no problem. I will definitely be one of the first watching the video.
And also, can I put this audio and video clip on my podcast, website, internet, social media, everywhere with your permission?
Yeah, same. Thank you. You can do it. You have my permission.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Keep going, keep doing what you love.
Thank you. We're in contact, okay?
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.